Hello and welcome. This is Gigi, and we will be starting our brand new series, which is the moon sign and house placement. And the reason why I'm doing this series now is because we are all passionate about astrology. For those that don't know me yet, welcome to my channel, but you might have met me first as a tarot reader on YouTube. I have my weekly tarot reading for all sign, and also on Facebook, where I also have a Facebook group where we discuss about anything from learning how to read cards to astrology and planet. But this is an exclusive series that I'm starting on YouTube, and I'm very excited because it will be about the moon sign. So on each video, I'll go ahead and explain the 12, the different location where the moon could be located in the zodiac, which is 12 signs. So the moon could be in Aries, your moon could be in Taurus, it could be in Sagittarius, it could be in Aquarius, but it's very different than your sun sign. I'm sorry. Okay, so to know your moon sign, you need to have your birth chart done. And if you haven't done your birth chart, I will post below the video a link where you could do your birth chart free of charge, and you won't even have to put your email address, but just your place, time and date of birth. Okay, so place, date and time of birth, and you'll get automatically all the planet that was assigned on your time and date of birth. Okay, so this is called a birth chart. So this series is only about the moon. And so today I'm starting with the moon in Aries. What is the moon? Okay, the moon is a very intimate placement in our birth chart because the moon is our mind. Okay, and the sun sign is our soul. Okay, so the soul, the sun, which is something is very easy for us to know, is example, someone who's born, I think Aquarius as an example, between the 20th of January till the 18th of February, around those dates, those are sun sign Aquarius. Okay, so this is how you may have traits of your sun, but your moon is a much more personal planet. Okay, and as it distinguishes, the universe, we look at the moon as a mother figure, okay, as a, feminine energy in the universe, compared to the sun, who is the father figure, okay? The sun is the body, the sun is our soul, okay? So together they have a whole different type of energy, and it expresses itself differently in each individual chart. Okay, so it's very important to know, those three things that we call Trinity, which is the rising sign, the sun sign, and your moon sign, to have this understanding of your path. But we'll discuss this later. The difference between the moon and the rising sign is with the moon sign, you don't necessarily need to know the specific time of birth. And the reason why I see this is because the moon changes sign every 2 days, okay? And so when we compare to rising or ascendant, we know that it changes every hour, okay? So the moon sign, if you don't have for those of you who don't have the specific time of birth, it's fine. It's not like the rising where, it's if you don't have that, you won't be able to know your rising or ascendant sign. So, okay, I won't necessarily make this brief description on every video, but this is the first video I'm making, and I'm doing today. We're going to talk about moon in Aries, okay? So, what is the moon in Aries personality like for women, and what is the moon in Aries personality like for men, okay? And for those of you, again, who don't know your moon sign, please go and check below the video. I think I should be able to put a link also in this video for you to click and find out where your moon sign is located in your birth chart. Okay, so now we're talking about the moon in Aries. Okay, it's a very difficult position for the moon I would say every moon in fire is a difficult position, but it really is depending on other planets, okay? Uh, aspect on the moon. But just alone, just to have the moon in Aries is fiery, is someone who has a lot of energy. And Moon and Aries, for those that are social media, those are the one who always want to answer. If there's something happening, they like to share. They post a lot of information. They are very ready to respond. They like to participate. Most of the people, most of them, if you would do make a little survey with your friends and family, you would know who are the Moon and Aries, because they're always the one willing to engage, especially in matter that has to do with public or interactive. They're very expensive, but they also the best quality, one of the best quality, because it's a very good personality to have a moon in Aries, especially nowadays. But the best quality of a moon in Aries, if you have those in your friend, they will always be the one to push you. Okay, the moon in Aries are the one, they're there to push people. They like to push their kids. If parents have, if you see, parents pushing their kids, but in a very fun and nurturing way. Let's go, you could do it, not just as a disciplinary, but just let their kids do what, they feel is right to do. They want to, their kids to express themselves, but emerge in this energy, emerge in other areas in their life. They are the same with their friends. They're the same as well with their colleagues. The people that you want to have in your team. Moon in Aries. Okay. Now, when we look at the moon, as I said earlier, the moon is connected to the mother. Okay. So in the 12th house placement in astrology, in the 12th sign, the moon is located on the 4th house. Okay. So the first house is the soul, right? And the second house is the family that we built with someone else, or the things that we value, but mostly represent the family, someone else. The third house is neighbors around, is what we call, how can I say, neighborhood, they could be cousin, extended family sometime also. And then we meet the 4th house, which is the family. So in the family, you have cousin, neighbors, brothers and sisters, uncle. You have a lot of people. So there's a lot of things that happens in the 4th house, okay? And the reason why it's 4 is because 4 is a very structural foundation number, okay? And we look at pillar, okay? We see 4 pillar. Most houses, houses has, those foundations. So this is why the moon is located in this position, because the moon needs absolute security. Okay, and the reason why it's not fully comfortable in Aries is because Aries are go-getters. People that have a moon in Aries are very straightforward. You could expect them to be very direct with you. They're not the people that they're gonna lie. I mean, they may say something that may not be true, but they believe it to be true. Okay, those people are very spontaneous. Okay, and the mother, which represents the moon in Aries, is a little uncomfortable because the mother wants to love and wants to care. Is not too much concern about, having directness and going forward. Mother likes, again, it's Western astrology and may not, be what we know in this day and age, but back in the days, the mother was at home. So you see, that's why the moon represents home. And it's a very personal, intimate planet. So in Aries, the moon is kind of uncomfortable because it's not, the moon needs time and security, and also wants to care and nurture about everybody else. When Aries is very enterprising. Most business women that you would know would have moon in Aries. Police officers, women have moon in Aries. Bus driver, if you meet a bus driver, she may have a moon in Aries. Moon in Aries they're not from that world of, I'm talking about women here. spending time at home, and they could do that, okay? But it is known that most moon in Aries would need a partner that is very different from them, because even if they want to establish this routine in their life, in their home, it may be very difficult for them because of their general nature of just going forward and, be able to, they need the passion. They don't want to stay and look, and they want to go forward. They're people that love life. So for this reason, it is very important that someone who has a moon in Aries has a partner that is very different. Someone who's going to give them this security. Because remember, the moon needs security. The moon nature in Cancer, which is watery, needs security, okay? In order to build, to expand, to feel comfortable, to raise their value. As a house goes in age, it gains value. As a family, grow, it gains value, things of that nature. So it's just for you to give you a little bit of insight. I could go further and longer, of course. One thing I would say, maybe for men that have a moon in Aries, I would say that most of their friends are female. Also, some people that have moon in Aries, men and women, may have an interesting, or I would say maybe difficult relationship with their own mother, because they could have maybe be raised in a very disciplinary house where the mother was a disciplinary one, and or they may have had a different type of mother that was not the type that would stay at home. But there's definitely something there with people that have a moon in Aries and their relationship with their mother. And for men, I would add also that people that have moon in Aries, men that have moon in Aries, will have could have relationship where they have a strong woman. They may be controlled by the woman by will. They may decide to go for those type of relationship. But leave a comment below. Let's exchange together. Let's see what information we know. And remember, to know about the moon, you don't need to know your time of birth. So if you're researching someone, if you want to know your friend moon and how it interact with yours, you just need to know the place, date, and time, and the place, date, and of birth. Okay. Time is more specific for the rising sign, as I said. So I will leave this video here. I will end this here. Let me know. Maybe I didn't cover a few things. This is my first video about the moon. I'm trying to be as much as objective as I can. There's so many things. I wish I could do video longer, but it's just a beginning, and I think I will be able to do moon in Taurus soon. Sending you kisses. Love you. Bye.